Hello everyone, it is me, Black Sonata here, that is kinda wild to say, and welcome to another video. This is kind of be like an off script, just kind of throwing my ideas out video, because I was watching my old channel for a while now, and I realized that the last video that I made on this channel specifically was actually just a year ago. So turns out I am pretty much completing my 1 year of quitting Cubic Castles, which is kind of crazy. Now, I know this may come off as a surprise, just recording a video out of the blue, considering I've been so inactive for so long, but looking back at the final Sonata video that I posted just a year ago, kind of made me think and, just kind of ponder on how my life has been going off late. And I just wanted to do a video to just maybe update some of you all who still see myself as a good guy. I don't know. It's kind of crazy to see that there's still people who remember me and remember my time in Cubic Castles as like this one influential and important host of events. I don't know. It's kind of crazy to see just how much I have impacted on the game, and to see all of the comments in like my old videos. It's kind of refreshing. It's kind of cool to see that there's so many people out there who still remember me and who still have a shimmer of an idea of who I was in this game. So yeah, man, it's insane. Really, it's insane to see that it's been a year since I stopped playing the game in parentheses, because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't stop. But that's no news, right? I say that I'm gonna quit the game and then I stop and then I come back to playing, like what to expect from me at this point. But I'm gonna be honest, this time it actually feels really different, because I don't actually play the game as actively as I once did. Back on the other times that I quit the game and then I came back, I actually played the game for a long while. I remember the last time that I quit, without being this one, right? The last time, I remember that I came back and then I played for like a couple of months until I made the final Sonata video. Just because I kind of wanted to make my last effort to, hosting events and see if the game will ever change. Spoiler alert, it didn't. By the way, sorry if I'm misspelling a few words. It's been a while since I haven't made a video in English, so I'm kind of rusty. But I don't know, man. It's kind of weird to see that this time things are actually different. I haven't really taken the game and played it for a while since that last time that I have come back. And it feels kind of sad as well, right? Because it's this time that there's not a lot of stuff to do in the game. I kind of just go into the game to see what's up, and I think Panzard Rentals is a good example of this. Like, okay, maybe not now because there's still a lot of people here, but the point is that there's no one here. Even like comparing it to now, where there's still some people here and there, but I remember maybe 2-3 years ago where this thing would be packed with people, especially considering like the older age, when you consider 2020, 2019, this place used to be like stacked. These plots, like, they would be green all throughout the day. It's like you couldn't find a plot here that was available, right? And it sucks to see the game like this. Like, this feels wrong. It doesn't feel right. And it's a realm that has like 23 million visitors. It just doesn't feel right. And it sucks, because it just shows that this game died. Well, it didn't really die, because the game is still active, right? There's still people playing. But like, it feels bad, man. It really sucks. And it just goes to show that like, there's nothing else to do in this game. Even for me, every time that I used to, quit and then come back to the game, I was like, okay, there's still stuff to do. I can still host an event and people would show up. But that's not the case anymore. And it sucks. I don't know, man. I feel so sad to see the game like this. And I don't know. I really don't know what to say. I feel like there's a point in it where I kind of failed the game. I mean, not really fail because, I mean, I said this many times before that I did my best. I know that I couldn't do much for the game, and then I just gave up, right? And that's where I quit. But I kind of still feel like I could do more for the game. If I just dedicated some more time. Now, yeah, I can't dedicate more time to this game. I have better stuff to do now. I have college, I have friends now. As crazy as that sounds, I have IRL friends. Who could believe that? But it still feels like I could do more stuff to the game. And I'm not gonna do more. Like, Cosmic Cow hasn't shown me enough to the point where I'm like, okay, I could still dedicate more time to this game, right? The game hasn't changed a bit. I think we can all agree on that. But, I feel like that's the other thing as well. I feel like I've been too harsh on Cosmic Cow sometimes. I was just checking on my Final Sonata video, and I feel like I've been a bit too harsh, right? But, I don't know, it's just, I feel like it's one of those things where it sucks and it felt bad for me to do, but it was necessary, because truth be told, Cosmic Cow really doesn't care about this game, does it? I mean, when was the last update? News. Is there like a date? I mean, the last version, which was for the fan pack, that was like, what is this? That's January, February, March, April. Wait, January, February, March, April, May? Am I forgetting the months of the year? Anyways, it's basically that. Like, the last update was in May. And, like, if we count, like, the last major update, when was that? Oh, that was a while ago. Am I missing something? Dude. Yikes, it's been a while. Hold up. No, I'm gonna find this. When was the last? That was the custom. That was 3 years ago? Stop. What the That's insane. That was the custom NPCs, and that was 3 years ago. More than 3 years, actually, because this is May. That was May and Thief. What the hell, dude? Yeah, no, they really don't give a shit about this game. They really don't give a fuck. What the fuck, dude? Pardon the language, but holy shit. I mean, what do I have to lose at this point, right? Yeah, dude, it really sucks. And I really wish this game succeeded. Because this game has such a bright idea. Like, even back then, back on release, like what, 11 years ago? The game launched in 2014. Like, at that time, this game was literally revolutionary, right? There wasn't any other game like this. I mean, the best bet you had was what? Pixel Worlds or Growtopia? But that was 2D, right? You didn't have an open world MMORPG sandbox that was 3D, right? And I don't know, man. They had so much to make this game right. And like, for a long time, they actually did stuff, right? The game has millions of downloads. This game had millions of players at one point. And now it just... they failed so much. I feel bad. I really do. I don't know what's going on at the minds of Sir Kuberth and Mabs. You know, maybe they have their own stuff going on. But, dude, they had so much to work with and they just fumbled the bag. I don't know. It feels bad. But what can you do, right? We did our best. The Sonata Aesthetic tried their best to, host events and keep the community engaged. And it didn't work. So, there's that. And it happened, right? Games die. You have your fair share of excitement and enjoyment in the game. And then it just doesn't hit the same anymore. And then you die. Well, metaphorically, right? You quit the game. I don't know. It just feels really bad, to see how a game that was so bright and so revolutionary just vanished like that. And I really wanted to do a game like this. I'm sure you guys saw that I was working on Theatrica, which, by the way, actually had some more progress done. I just don't work on that game anymore because, again, I have better stuff to do. It may be a project where I come back later to see if I can get stuff done. And I don't know, maybe what the hell? I don't know, maybe I can develop the game and release it, and then we have like a new Cubic Castles, right? That would be sick. But I'm not in the place. What the hell? I generally thought someone came into my room. Anyway, um, I am in a spot right now where I have so much more important stuff to do that I just can't work in the game anymore, right? And I don't think that Theatrica is gonna be seeing any development soon. But I still hope, like, I still have the files, and I hope that I can, bring the game into life. That would be kind of nice. But yeah, man, I think I really just wanted to record this video as kind of like a celebration of my 1 year of quitting Cubic Castles. Well, quitting Cubic Castles, I still play the game like once every week, but it's not much. Like, I joined the game for like 5 minutes, I talk with some people, and then I go back to doing other stuff, right? I don't think you could really consider that as like coming back to the game. Well, at least I don't consider that. But yeah, man, I kind of just wanted to talk and share my opinions on the game so far, seeing how the game has fared with how like many players, because I'm aware that like either a lot of people quit the game or a lot of people got banned, right? Which is, it kind of sucks. And yeah, man, I'm still curious to see how long this game will go for, because I'm sure they can still keep the servers running. I'm not sure for how long, but I'm sure they can still keep it going. And I don't know, man. I'm sure I will be the first to be there when the game inevitably shuts down, right? And it's gonna be, honestly, it's gonna be fun. I've said this plenty of times before, but I really like. I'm pretty sure that the best course of action for Cosmic Cow at this point is just to shut down the game, because like, I mean, there's hardly any players anymore, right? And the people who still play this game, they don't really give a shit. Like, they're just, still engaging with the economy part of the game. But that's just because there's nothing else to do, right? And I'm sure they wouldn't mind if the game shut down at one point. So it would be cool to see the game have this one final moment. I'm pretty sure like everyone that once played the game would come back to see it happen. Kind of like Club Penguin, right? When Club Penguin shut down, like the entire community of it just gathered to see the game shut down. And I feel like a similar thing would happen to Cubic Castles, and I really hope it happens because, I mean, I feel like Cubic Castles is at a point where Cosmic Cow should just like they should just shut down and keep the bag that they already got, right? I don't know. It just feels kind of wrong to see the game still active, and I really hope that the game shuts down at one point, because I don't know, it just doesn't feel right to still have the game running even when there's like so little people. And even for the aspect of like community and whatever, keeping the legacy of the game alive. I mean, there's still videos on the game, right? There's still a big archive of the game in terms of, YouTube and Discord servers and whatever, right? I don't think the game would lose a lot from shutting down at the end of the day. I don't know. I think it's the best course of action for them. I mean, they still keep the money that they already made from the game, and in turn, they give the game a fair and good ending, I guess. I don't know. I'm just spewing ideas at this point. But I feel like that's everything that I have to say. Again, this was completely off script, right? I was just saying whatever came to my mind. So I hope I organize my ideas in a way that makes sense. And I don't know. I guess if you have anything to, if you want to argue, not argue. If you want to discuss with me about, how the game has been at this point, I would love to talk about, cubic castles and stuff because again, it's a game that really made a huge impact in my life and I love to talk about it any opportunity that I have. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Other than that, apart from me being inactive in the community and even inactive in the internet, right? I haven't done a video, at least like a serious video, in like half a year. I did make a new channel in Portuguese just because I wanted to keep record of the games that I play so I can look back later and see, oh, I played this game. Let's see my playthrough of it, right? So I created a new channel. That's a channel in Portuguese. That's nothing related to, Cubic Castles or anything else. Even related to Sonata Zedic and anything. It's not even somewhat related to my Black Sonata persona. I really just wanted to create a channel just to, play games. I don't even care about, subscribers and that stuff. I just want to play shit. I just want to play games and have fun. And every now and then I do a live stream and it's fun, it's been fun to just record stuff just for the sake of the meme and just for the sake of, doing videos. It's still fun to do videos. And that's actually where this little PNG came from. Look at it. Doesn't it look nice? But yeah, man, it's been nice to play games without really caring for the internet because the internet is a horrible place, right? I think we can't discuss that. It's just a horrible place, and the more that I disconnect from it, the more that I see that, yeah, it's the best course of action. Because, dude, the internet is kind of a shit place, isn't it? And to be able to go more out into the real world and, meet new people and get into like adulthood and stuff like that, it's really fun. And if you're one of those persons where you're like, you're stuck in the internet and you're stuck on, how do I phrase this? I really don't know. If you're like very addicted to, the internet and stuff, I would really consider you do something about it because the moment you step out into the real world, I cannot say real world. Dude, I can't say shit. The moment you step out into the real world and you see just how beautiful life can be, it's really comforting, And there's a lot of bad stuff going on around the globe, but I don't know, man. I feel like the good aspects of life heavily outweigh the bad parts. I don't know. My mom just came into the room. I really gotta close this video, by the way. I've been recording for what? Oh, that's 20 minutes. What the hell? But if you're very addicted to the internet and stuff, I really would consider you to, step back and just enjoy life for what it is. Meet new people, go places, do stuff. It's a life changer in my opinion. And I don't know, man. Maybe I do a follow-up video on this just to, kind of organize my thoughts better and leave you guys with a video that actually structures what I have to say in a better way, in a way that you can understand more, and in a way that we can discuss about. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys for even watching this. Like, what the hell are you doing in my channel? Why do I still have 468 subscribers? It's kind of crazy to see. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching this. I really appreciate it. If you have anything else to say, And if you want to leave me a message, which I can, comment about and discuss, guys can leave it down in the comments, and I'll be sure to read it. And that is pretty much it. What I have to say to you guys. Um, I hope you guys have a great day. Whatever you guys do in life, I hope you guys succeed, and I hope we can see each other another day and have a lot of fun. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, have a wonderful day.